Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to 702 Sports on the Sideline. Produced and created by Creation for Cause and proud supporters of Best Buddies and the Care Complex. And I'm here today with Cousin Faizon, this great smile he has, Queen Rylee, and Skyler.
Hello.
And we are here. We have a special show. We are here at this beautiful, beautiful house of God. It is the Epiphany Episcopal Church. Thank you, Skyler. That's Pastor Rick O'Brien right there. Great man of God. Beautiful man of God in this beautiful home right here. And we just want to say a few things that's going to be coming up really, really soon. So you want to stay tuned. One, we have a conference that's going to be awesome. It is the Women of Wisdom. And it's going to be at Dr. Pearson Park, located on Martin Luther King and Cary, March 23rd. Please be there. This is going to be awesome for women to see about all types of issues: mental abuse, physical abuse, sex trafficking, just getting the women of the world back up to knowledge. And Lavette Smith, my really, really good friend, Lavette Smith is going to be hosting it. And we will be having that stream to you. And that's going to be awesome. Please stay tuned for that. March 23rd. Also, we're going to have this Saturday, the Care Fair. Skyler, the Care Fair with Harvey.
It's going to be so much fun. Please come by. Please, we're picking up donations all this week. And please have it in by Friday or early morning on Saturday. And me and my friends won't be there this Saturday, but we'll be there in spirit. Hopefully we see you next month in April. And come on by. It's for all the homeless people and everyone. And I'm guarantee you're going to have a good time. See what we all do for the homeless in the community. We even have a community garden coming getting done. So please come on by, and it's from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday.
Address is 204, Master. It's right in the heart of downtown Las Vegas, Skyler. Subscription for Cause will be there live streaming all the service providers.
And thank you so much, Olivia, for that. Lovely Olivia.
You're welcome.
And Pete, you know I'm not going to forget about you. You're always there, Plasma.
It has been a week and I have missed you, Al. I really have.
And
Me too,
really,
Al. What's up? I know we all have been really busy, but I really miss going to lunch with you guys and hanging out on the sidelines.
and Willie, guess what I heard? I heard that the Raiders and camp is coming up real soon, Cousin Faizon, Willie. Real soon. So your Raiders are going to be ready, but Josh Jacobs, they talk about they're not going to franchise. He don't want a franchise tag, but we'll talk about that later.
Al, I'm really excited too. This is Disco Baller right behind you. Anyway.
There you go, Baller.
I just wanted to say hi, guys. Don't mind me. Let's go back to the show.
And we also just want to say thank you to everybody that's been tuning in to our show. And Jersey Mike's, thank you so much for being our proud sponsor and feeding us those delicious sandwiches. Thank you, Chessa, General Manager. We miss you. We'll be seeing you soon. But,
and the best cousin in the whole wide world.
Oh, that's right, Skyler.
And she's tolerant of me. Don't forget that.
So let's first start up on some recaps. So we talked about the All-Star, right? The All-Star game. We talked about the NBA All-Star. So what team do you think is going to make a run? Because right now everybody's really making their run right now to get their playoff spots.
Oh, yeah.
And OKC is still number one in the West.
Oh, yeah.
Milwaukee Bucks, number one. Right? Well, they're not number one in the East, but because the Boston Celtics are. Celtics just taking no names. Bucks are still barely getting in there at fourth. So who do you think is going to make an impact, right? Put like this, let's just say this. Who is going to reach their playoff spot first in the East?
Oh, in the East.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, obviously, I'm going to go to Celtics. You know, because of Porzingis. You know, they have a really good advantage with Jason Tatum and Porzingis.
That's right.
They have
That's
a great duo, and that's hard to beat.
And they picked up Justin Holiday.
Yes.
Right? And people don't know, he was with the Milwaukee Bucks. They got that ring with Giannis.
Yeah.
And Holiday. Matter of fact, he was the one that stole the ball and threw the alley-oop right to Giannis. Remember?
Yeah,
that was incredible. Oh my gosh, they sent the Suns packing back to Arizona. Go Bucks, go. So the Celtics, their record is way above 500. Now let's talk about the second tier team. The second tier team, do you want to go Milwaukee Bucks, or do you want to go Cleveland Cavaliers, or do you want to go the Pacers?
I'm gonna put the Bucks up for a minute, you know, because
right.
I think that they're gonna be the sleeper team in the playoffs.
Okay.
But right now, our main focus, I think, is the 76ers. What are they gonna do? That's the team right there that we got to watch.
That is a good point. Now, the Sixers always been knocking at the door, but you know what? Something about them, they just fall off. They don't have James Harden, and Embiid stays hurt. He's still hurt.
He's still hurt. Every year he gets hurt.
I grew up being a Sixer fan with Dr. J back in the 80s and Charles Barkley. My God, grew up with the round mound and rebound. But it's just ever since then, just management has just seemed so weird. With like Pat Williams was the general manager, and I started seeing things happen. And then when Daryl Morey came in, right? Well, evidently, if you know, he's with the Rockets, right? So, and they can never keep anybody to match Embiid's bucket for bucket, and especially on defense, they had problems. They had Tucker, right? No, I'm sorry. Bucks had Tucker. Now Tucker's on the Sixers, but it just seems like that nucleus. I just believe if big men these days, and I hate to say this because I'm old school NBA, where the big man was everything. This game is not about the big man. It's not. The big man is out of it. You don't want your big man shooting 3-pointers. You need him down rebounding. Yes. And this game has totally went away from that.
And Kelly Oubre too as well.
That's right. A good addition for Kelly Oubre. He plays defense and he's a scorer. He's been averaging about 18, 19 points a game.
Yeah, he's been the Michael Porter Jr. for the 76ers as of right now.
So I can put the Sixers in the top 5, right? It's just I just really want to see what the Pacers are gonna do. Really intrigued about what this Pacers team. They picked up Siakam from the Raptors.
Yeah.
He got a ring with Kawhi Leonard. Where? At Toronto.
Yeah.
Right? So that's gonna be to see where this veteran with championship pedigree going on a young team that scores 130 in their sleep.
Oh yeah. Any given night.
Any given night. This Pacers team is loaded with young talent. Now, let's go over to the West. We all know Golden State is the creme de la creme when they come to the Western Conference.
Oh, yeah.
But they play their best ball in the position that they're in now.
Yeah.
They're not in the top 5.
Yep.
Matter of fact, they're ranked 10. So they're slowly gaining momentum. But the number 1 team now is a team called the OKC Thunder.
Oklahoma City. Woo,
And they keep going back and forth with the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
But we know about the Timberwolves. They find a way to mess up, don't they?
Oh, yeah. They always trip over their own feet, you know.
And then we know about the Lakers, right? Everybody wants to see the Lakers do good. Well, they did win that in-game tournament that was out here in Las Vegas, which was really, really great. Drew a lot of people here. But the thing about that is, and surprisingly, I do want to say Anthony Davis. Everybody always calls him vulnerable, right? Of always getting hurt. The brother has played his time. And LeBron James, just with how those two go, we will see. Other than that,
and I have one more thing. Did you know DeMar DeRozan from Chicago Bulls? He's played over 65 games this year.
Finally,
and he's in the hunt for the MVP.
Now that's good because Zach LaVine got hurt. Yeah. He's out for the year.
Yeah.
You know, Lakers was trying to pick him up. If you guys would have got him, not saying I would have jumped ship, but Zach LaVine was a slam dunk champion. Remember when he went up against Aaron Gordon?
Yeah.
The brother can fly, and his jump shot is impeccable. I mean, he has Curry range. He can drive. Guy's been in the league for about 9 years.
9 years, yeah.
9 years. Correct us if we're wrong, please. But other than that, I don't want to skip out on our Texas people out there. The Dallas Mavericks do look good. Kyrie Irving, right? Tim Hardaway, Luka Doncic there.
Riding on the high horse.
Riding on that high horse, and the Mavericks do look good. So we don't want to, disconclude the Mavericks. But baseball, I can't wait to talk about that. Matter of fact, I'm going to save the baseball for Pastor Rick O'Brien because he loves baseball. That is his thing. That is his thing. And guess what? The Red Sox did make some moves. They picked up some pitching.
Oh, wow. Yes,
Finally, they let outfielder Turner go. So Turner's with the Blue Jays. And they picked up 2 starters and some bullpen action.
Yeah.
So happy to see the Red Sox. Red Sox Nation is strong. You can't leave them out. And you can't leave my Yankees out neither, Yankee Nation. Because Juan Soto, I just broke Pastor Rick's heart. Look at that right there. No, take the steak out of his heart, please. It's not Halloween.
Anybody but the Yankees.
Yeah. I've been a Yankee fan since the Candy Lady back in 1977 said, Sonny, you need not eat this Snickers for 95 cents, but try this Reggie bar for 50 cents. I said, what? This Reggie Jackson candy bar is only 50 cents?
Mr. October, baby.
I asked my grandfather for $2, right? 4 Reggie bars and ate them all within an hour and a half. I was hooked. But by the way, the Yankees won it that year. They beat the Dodgers, and Reggie Jackson went off to have the most incredible World Series ever. 3 home runs, Faizon, in one game.
Wow.
In a World Series game.
Wow.
Incredible.
I wish I was there to be able to witness that.
Incredible. Incredible. And it was weird. I wasn't even a baseball fan at that time. I didn't become a baseball fan until Sid Bream came home with the Atlanta Braves to beat the Pittsburgh Pirates in the NLDS in 1992. Got a memory up here. So other than that, we just want to say about some hockey stuff real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Golden Knights. Skyler?
I love the Golden Knights because they're a proud sponsor and partner with Buddies Nevada.
Oh, yeah. For
Thank
sure.
you, Jack Eichel.
Yep,
Jack Eichel is the #1 person for Nevada for
We love you, Jack.
connecting with us.
He's back. Jack is
Skyler,
back.
can you please try to talk to Miss Michelle or Jessica that I can interview me and cousin Faizon and have any Golden Knight on this show?
I will talk to her definitely.
Please, that is something that I had in my Christmas stocking last year. But you know that's the off season. So now we're into our season now. So
This show is just full of surprises.
you're right. It's full of surprises.
I would
Anything can
talk to
happen.
Michelle. You're friends with Best Buddies. Since you're friends with Anise, you're friends with Best Buddies, and I will try to work something out for you.
Thank you.
And
Take ambassador training, Skylar. It's going to be exciting.
Oh yeah.
And guess what? The tickets are really good tickets. You're on the bottom floor a little bit up, but you have a good view and you're behind the goalie.
Oh,
They
wow.
have really good tickets.
And Rylee, you know what? I'm not gonna leave you out. Did you not? You met Jack Eichel, right?
Yeah.
I seen that picture. And if I'm correct, didn't Mr. Eichel left a nice contribution? Did he not?
Yeah.
Gave a contribution, gave a check to Rylee.
He not to Rylee.
Not to Rylee, but it
Not
was
to
to Best Buddies.
To Best Buddies. He gave us $40,000.
$40K! Oh my God! I got goosebumps. Thank you, Mr. Eichel. $40K from seeing this beautiful, beautiful Best Buddies. Rylee,
How about my hero first?
who is your hero?
Toby Keith.
God rest his soul, Mr. Keith. We miss you. We miss you so much, Mr. Toby Keith. Let's give a few seconds for silence for Mr. Keith. Thank you so much. Here at 702 Sports, we care. It's not all about the gambling, like I always say, and the glitz and the glamour of it. It is community, and it is inclusion, and it is love here at 702 Sports. Thank you. We'll be back in 2 and 2. Come on back to the show. And thank you so much for tuning in to 702 Sports on the Sideline. And we are here with our special guest, Pastor Rick O'Brien. Thank you.
Hey guys. Wow.
I can see. Thank you so much, Father
It's a pleasure
O'Brien.
to be here. Thanks for inviting me. I'm glad y'all could come and be part of our church today. Yeah.
And it's so weird, Father O'Brien, because my wife all week was saying how she had an epiphany. That's all she kept on saying was, I had an epiphany about you, Alton. I had an epiphany about you. And I was like, what is it? She's like,
You need to do the dishes more often. That's probably what it was.
Like, I'm not even going to say. And guess what? Her premonition has brought me to Epiphany.
There you go.
Episcopal, right?
You got it right.
Church. And Father O'Brien is from, did I get this right, from Boston?
I'm a Boston boy, born and bred. So living in the desert is weird for me, but I've been here since 07. So you've converted this former Patriot fan into a Raider fan. Now, I got to tell you, it's going to be a tall order, though, to get me to give up my Boston Red Sox, because you cut this chest open and there's a B on my arm. So I know you said you're a Yankee fan, but you know what? I'm called to love all people, even the misguided ones like yourself.
Yes. And both clubs have been not doing well because there's a lot of other good talent out there, like the Rays.
Oh my gosh, the AL East is just packed.
And cousin Faizon, in the AL East, who is it that you like?
The Blue Jays.
The Jays.
My favorite team.
Young talent Jays. So is there?
I'm back in the day when the Jays were terrible and Tampa Bay was terrible, and now you look at the world has changed, and wow.
How did the good Lord seek you to come here to the West? And this campus is beautiful. This church is beautiful. When I parked, I was like, wow, it's nice, it's clean, it's beautiful here. What did the good Lord tell you in Boston to bring you here out west to us?
Well, God's got so many different ways of doing things. So I haven't always been a priest. I've been doing this about 10 years now. I came to Las Vegas because I worked in the insurance business. Yeah, I know. Insert sound effect here, right?
We got.
That's it. And I came here, and I didn't really know why God had sent me here. I was by myself. My family was back east, selling the house and closing up shop, and I found myself at Grace in the Desert Episcopal Church up in Summerlin, and I met this guy who was one of their pastors, and he also wound up being the publisher of the Review Journal.
Wow!
And I said to the folks there, I'm like, how does that work? And they said, oh, here in Nevada, you can be a priest and also be a career guy in another world. And it was like the scales fell away, and I started my journey of studying for the priesthood. And then I wound up giving up all that other stuff, and now I do this full time. And I am blessed because I get to lead Epiphany Episcopal Church. And in addition to that, I also get to lead Grace in the Desert, where I found myself. And we are partnering to launch a new ministry called Simunya, which is a Zulu word, means we are one.
Wow.
So we're taking two powerful communities, and just like the apostles were sent out 2 by 2, these two communities are going out 2 by 2 to bring the good news to a new part of Las Vegas and hopefully begin the process of planting a whole new church. It's super exciting, and we are so blessed to be God's people in this time and this place.
Wow. That was incredible. Pastor O'Brien is bringing the Zulu Nation. The Zulu Nation is coming to the desert. You know 702 Sports, we got to be part of that. We definitely have to be part of that.
We would love to partner with you guys. This is great stuff.
Definitely. So, what is one of your interests? Like, okay, so you've been here for how long? Since
07.
Since 07?
I'm truly a Nevadan now.
And when you first came here, what did you think of Las Vegas when you first came here?
So I first came to Las Vegas never thinking I was going to stay here. They flew me out for a trip just to check it out. Never been, never really interested. Mm-hmm. And when they told me the desert, I was thinking the Sahara. Just sand dunes and camels. I had no idea what to expect. And So I started with the Strip, as everybody does, but then I got off the Strip, and then I started to meet people. Because let me tell you a secret, friends, it's all about relationships.
Yes.
It's all about interpersonal communication.
Yes.
And that's really the secret sauce. And I have found Nevada to be a place that embraces that to no end. Yeah, we've got the sort of Strip in the adult Disneyland thing, and that's how we make some money, and that's fine for a lot of folks, but Las Vegas is so much different than that. Can I share a story with you?
Please.
We just came through Ash Wednesday, right? And so up on my Facebook feed came a memory from 4 years ago, and let me tell you what it's like doing ministry in Las Vegas. There's a picture of me and one of my colleagues, Father Chris, who runs St. Timothy's over in Henderson. Great church, super pastor. We were down in our little black cassocks at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, administering ashes to people.
Oh.
And standing right next to us is Elvis posing for pictures, and we're putting ashes out on people. And that picture popped up for me on Facebook with the Welcome to Las Vegas sign in the background. And I said, you want to know what it's like to do ministry in Las Vegas, friends? That's it. And then when all was said and done, Elvis came to us and asked for ashes. That's a memory I will carry forever.
That is so beautiful. I picture I'm lost for words, and I'm never lost for words, but
Elvis will do that to you, brother.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's so beautiful that people can come here, and as you're coming into this place, you're there, giving them ashes. Ashes not for good luck, but ashes for Christ.
Amen, bro.
That's what's beautiful about it. That's what's beautiful about it. Because people get it so misconstrued about how Vegas is with gambling. Believe me, I've been working in the gaming industry for almost 35 years. And sometimes, like I was telling you, the good Lord just have to take you out of a place to put you in his place. And that's what God is leading me right now with 702 Sports and Best Buddies. But it really struck my soul when you told me, you just said to the show, to America, that how you were spreading ashes on people. And I just wish I was there. Matter of fact, I was there. Because my soul and my heart was there.
Here. I love that.
God bless you.
So,
God bless you.
this is a gift for you, my brother.
Oh,
This is a coin that was given to me by a military man years ago.
Wow.
That's a tradition in the military to exchange challenge coins with one another. And I carry it in the vest pocket here, and I've had that for years. And God put on my heart as I was walking across here today that I need to give you that.
Thank
It's
you so much.
it's from Paul saying, put on the armor of God. And so all the different pieces of the armor are there for you. Brother, I want you to take that and know that you are loved and that God has got you.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. I will treasure this coin.
Right.
And this will be in my Bible. And every time I open it up, every morning, my Bible, I will be thinking about you and Jesus and what he did for us and God's will for us. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Big Al. I got led into this church too in April 3rd of 2020. And ever since then, it's been a journey for me. My life has changed. And just let you know, our church embraces everyone. So you might be working, but you're always welcome at our church. That's what Father Rick does for everyone. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
We're not going to force you, but you're always welcome here. And this is a big family. We have fun events. So I hope you continue your journey and life will be good for you.
Thank you, Skylar. That means a lot to me. Thank you. So, Father O'Brien, how can people get in touch with you? Do you have a .com or a .org?
Oh, yeah. .com, right? You go to nvepiphany.org. We don't have a .com. We have an org. nvepiphany.org, or you go look us up on Facebook or YouTube. We broadcast our services every week. We broadcast these messages from our clergy team on Tuesdays. We call it the Tuesday Tune-Up. We do a weekly Bible study class at both of our churches, at Epiphany and at Grace. We call it Faith Matters, where we talk about faith because faith, my brothers and sisters, indeed matters.
It matters.
We've got all that out there.
It matters. And Father O'Brien, like myself, he's a family man too. He has 3 beautiful sons, like I have 3 sons. And you want to say anything?
I got 3 wonderful sons, 2 beautiful daughter-in-laws, and the love of my life, my 5-year-old granddaughter, Evie. And we're fortunate enough that she lives right here in town, walking distance to our house, which is just such a blessing. What a gift.
So I think the whole show has got the whole crust of this. Now can we go over to football?
Let's talk football.
Okay, your team.
So, Riley. Okay, we got to go to see Riley.
I'm so sorry, Riley.
Riley has a gift for Father O'Brien.
Oh my goodness, I am so honored.
Thank you, guys. What do you have, Riley? Do you want to describe it?
It's for my hero,
And who's your hero?
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith. Oh,
Right there.
Oh,
oh,
that's
look
nice.
at that.
Show
Oh,
that
Riley,
nice
that
picture
is
to everyone.
absolutely beautiful. Can y'all get a glance at that?
Colorful.
Very
She
detailed.
did some
Very
good
detailed,
work on
too.
that.
Now that's nice. You did a good job, Riley.
That is beautiful,
That's
Riley.
very
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you so much.
Next time on the show, will you make me a picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay, make me a picture. Put some brown on it, okay? Because you know I'm brown skinned.
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith.
Rest in peace.
Toby Keith, Dave Archuleta, and Peter Summit of Crashing Waywards, Vegas's best brand new rock band, Crashing Wayward. Check them out. Now,
All right.
Mr. O'Brien, you said you had some words of wisdom for us?
So we do a whole lot of different outreach activities at our church, and I just wanted to kind of touch on some of them. If I could prevail upon your time for just a minute.
Sure, please.
We are huge fans of Best Buddies and the Care Complex, and that all goes back to this wonderful lady right here. Skylar came and joined us during COVID. We baptized Skylar, and we were still in the midst of all the pandemic. We were seriously debating with our bishop whether we were going to have to use a squirt gun so we could stay 6 feet away from her to get the baptism done. But she has been a wonderful light to us, and she brought Best Buddies to us. So between her and Nick, we've gotten involved, and we get to do things. We get to go to the galas. We get to go to the friendship walks. We had a really great painting group here at our Artisans Guild the other day. Just outstanding stuff. And that's just one of many things we're involved in. We work with an organization called Family Promise who helps homeless families stay together.
Oh, wow.
There's no other shelter in the city that does that, and Family Promise does that. I've been working with Family Promise now for 30 years, starting back on the East Coast. They're an amazing organization. We work with a group called Hope for Prisoners, who helps prisoners both pre-release and post-release to get themselves ready to reintegrate into society. They do some amazing work. We have got a refugee resettlement program that is just super powerful. It's a partnership between Grace in the Desert and Epiphany. We work with Catholic Charities and neighborhood housing services to meet people when they get off the plane. Imagine what it must be like to come to this country not knowing anyone, not even speaking the language, and finding yourself at the airport and saying, go. These are the friendly faces that they meet, and we help them to get set up in a place to stay. We work with them on job training. It's really powerful. We have a dementia support group that is doing wonderful things for people who have dementia and Alzheimer's. It takes place right here on our campus, and it's for both care recipients as well as the caregivers. And I could go on and on with some of the things we partner with Epicenter on the Parkway, with our sisters and brothers at Christ Church, and Friends in the Desert with St. Timothy's in Henderson. There's just so many things that we do, but it's all about sharing our story and sharing our love. That's really where it all comes down.
Wow.
It's a way that we can put God's command to love Him and to love our neighbor as much as we love ourselves. And that's what it's all about, taking the resources that God has gifted us and sharing them with the world. All right, I feel like I'm preaching now. So,
No, that's beautiful because, like,
it's an occupational hazard, my man. I can't tell you.
because you know, when you were saying that, the only thing that hit my mind was the story of, I was reading in my Bible last week. The disciples were like, "How are we going to feed these people?" And Christ just said, "Grab those loaves of bread." And next thing you know, He provided to feed thousands of people. that is what's beautiful. And then also, Christ washed his disciples' feet.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's coming
If
up.
that isn't part of giving, it just moves me, you know. And
No. Did you see that commercial during the Super Bowl that he gets us with the people all washing one another's feet? Was that not amazing?
I see that commercial.
Yeah.
That commercial, and I seemed like I was the only one that got it, because I turned to the guy next to me and he was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "No, that came from that, because Christ always gave. He gave his life. He gave his life for us." I was just reading, and I listen to 90.1 Christian radio.
Right.
First thing in the morning when I take my wife to work, I listen to Pastor Greg Laurie. And one thing that was just so incredible, but he was saying, Christ could have easily snapped his fingers and had the angels come down and rescue him.
That's right.
Instantly. But it was the Father's will for all this to be done for all of us. And I just want to share that with each one of us. So if you see someone out there that needs help and you are in the position to, do it. Do it. Because I have a testimony that I felt bad. I was at Walmart limping on my bruised knee. And I seen this lady, had to been like 96 years old. And she was just in her wheelchair, just slowly scooting, right? And people were just walking by her. And I looked in the lanes to see. Now, I wanted to go over there. It looked like she was doing what she needed to do to get along. But I felt afraid that if I would have grabbed the wheelchair behind her, it would have shocked her. Or did she have anyone that was in line that could assist her?
Right.
Still yet, I still felt convicted. Because that was an opportunity for me to help someone, and I didn't. And I felt that conviction, and that conviction means that I just cared. Now, there will be another opportunity, because if you don't feel conviction in your heart, you're lost. Amen to that?
Amen to that.
If you don't feel conviction in your heart, you got to get some Jesus in your life. Because without no conviction means you're lost and you're a captive of sin. So I share that conviction, my conviction with you, that the next time that I see anyone, and believe me, I'm a grandmama's boy. I love my elders. But still yet, I want to share that with America. And we will be back with Father O'Brien, with my family here, 702 Sports. We'll be back to you in 2 and 2. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming back to 702 Sports on the Sideline, produced and created by Creation for Cause. Oh my, who is that? Who's that, Father O'Brien?
Somebody at the door.
That's Skyler! Oh, with the deliciousness of Jersey Mike's.
Father Rick O'Brien.
Awesome. Oh, wow.
And then you
My own Jersey Mike sub. You guys are the best.
Oh, wow.
Faizon.
Yum, yum.
Rylee. And then mine.
Thank you so much, Chessa, from Jersey Mike's, located on 10520 Southeastern. Thank you so much, Chessa and Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
And now, guess what? We were talking about all these sports. Now we're going to go into, not football yet, but we're going to go into hockey, because Father O'Brien's from Boston, and
Boston.
Boston. Now, well, I gave you a New York, Boston.
Give me the New Yorker.
I'm sorry. Boston.
The Bronx is not in Boston, brother, okay?
But the Bruins is in Boston. And the Boston Bruins are one of those good teams in the East.
Oh, boy, they really are. You know, I go back to the old days, right? The Terry O'Reilly days, the Bobby Orr days. And this team, boy, they live up to that kind of potential. They've just got depth upon depth. Last year wasn't quite their year, but, boy, they're looking really good over in the East.
They've been, just to let everybody know, the Bruins have been a team that's always knocking at the door. But they get to the playoffs, but then they fold. The team scores 3 to 4 goals in their sleep. And I want to know, do they still have goaltender Tuukka Rask? I'm not too sure. I think he retired. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's where Boston normally has a hard time in the playoffs is the goaltending. But they're still a good team. They'll make the dance. The dance is the playoffs. They'll get in there. Boston fans, don't worry about it, all right? You guys will be, that Bruin team will be there. Meanwhile, the Celtics is in.
Or you could have just said, forget about it.
Forget about it. And here it is. The Celtics are the best team in the NBA. So they're looking like they're going to go ahead and get into the dance again. They're a team that's always the best team during the year, but then they get to like the Eastern Finals. But I just believe, following sports all my time, is that when you're knocking at the door, sooner or later you're gonna kick it in.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time, especially when you keep escalating, keep getting that far and that far. Speaking of that far and trying to kick in the door, we need to talk about your team, your football team. It wasn't the Raiders, but was it the Raiders that you said?
So I grew up as a Patriots fan, and I still in my heart love the Patriots. And I had a really interesting experience. Somebody gave me some tickets to the Raiders-Patriots game 2 seasons ago. And my wife and I went, and what a stadium. Oh, man, what an incredible stadium Allegiant Stadium is. And we got in there, and we were waiting to get for the kickoff, and we turned to one another and we said, well, who are we rooting for? And as soon as the Raiders got the ball, we found ourselves cheering, and I guess we said, well, I guess that kind of does it for us. So we sort of backed into becoming Raider fans, but I still love my Patriots. And so my only dilemma is when they play one another. That puts me in a tough position.
That's the game that I went to was this year was
That's
the Raiders
right.
and the Patriots game.
Raiders
Okay.
He was right by the end zone.
Yep, 19-0.
But Patriots fans, they're on house money right now. I mean to say that because Belichick is gone, and they've just picked up one of their the linebacker is now the head coach.
Right.
I don't know if it's either Spikes or Gerard Mayo. It's one
Gerard
of
Mayo.
Gerard Mayo.
Yeah.
So Gerard Mayo will help that defense, and the only thing they need to go do is just go grab one of those smart offensive coordinators. Right, to just go ahead and get, because the Patriots do have an offense. They've got good running backs.
Right.
They've got some good wide receivers. Right. So I think that they just need to make a move to score more points.
They need someone to coach up their quarterbacks, too. I mean, they've
Exactly.
got some good young talent in there, but they need somebody to come in and give them that old guy wisdom and help them understand how to look at some of these situations and not just cough it up and throw an interception. That's what cost them a lot of games.
You're right. That did it. That totally did. What was the Patriots quarterback? I think he came from Alabama. What was his name? What was his name? No, not
Jones in my
Jones.
head.
Matt
Man, dang it.
came from Alabama. He's in his third year. He's still good.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. So you got me
I was
messed up on
stuck.
Mac.
Jones.
Yeah, Mac Jones. No, I mean, the guy's got some skills. He really needs some seasoning, and he needs to get a couple of guys around him who know what it's like to be in the pocket looking at these 300-pound guys coming charging at you. Once he gets some seasoning, I think he's got some ability to do some stuff.
He's a pocket passer.
Yeah.
And he can stay in the pocket. He can't run, but he got an arm. And, he was with Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide. That's good pedigree. So he knows how to play the game.
That's right.
So, Faizon, Justin Fields, where is he going?
Where's he going?
Because that's the big hoopla saying right now. Where's Justin Fields going? Do you think Chicago's going to sign him?
I hope he stays in Chicago. That's our biggest hope as of right now. I don't want to let the only thing we got go, because that's all we do.
Get talent, let it go.
Chicago.
And you know what's weird?
Exactly. I've never heard that before.
Oh, I like that. Chicago. You stay there a little bit, then you go. So the thing about it is, like, that whole NFC Central seems like there's a lot of change, right? The Lions got to the NFC Championship game. Minnesota.
What a heartbreak for them, too.
I mean, wow, definite heartbreak. And now the Bears. I think the Bears could be one of those teams that could be knocking on the front door if they keep Justin Fields and if they get an offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator. If you got a good defense, you just need to get an OC. There's tons of them that are out there. I think the Rams, Sean McVay, he was an offensive coordinator, turned Super Bowl winning head coach.
Look at Josh McDaniel, right? I mean,
Josh McDaniel.
He didn't get it done here in Las Vegas, but he was the offensive coordinator for the Patriots for
Yes.
5, 6 Super Bowls. He definitely has the skills for that. Head coach, maybe not, but boy, what a great offensive coordinator he could be.
One thing that really upset me was Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy not only is a Heisman winning quarterback for Colorado back in the 90s, but he was the offensive coordinator of the Chiefs. That the Chiefs got those 2 Super Bowl rings. He went with Ron Rivera over to the Redskins. I'm sorry, quote, quote, the Commanders. And Ron Rivera just got fired. So I'm sitting over here like, you have an offensive coordinator out there. Come on. I know that the NFL has this about having, hiring black head coaches, but Eric Bieniemy is an offensive guru. I'm telling you, he was the reason why he was able to use Tyreek Hill at Kansas City. So they got that first Super Bowl ring against who? The Niners. And then the second one was against, what was the second one, guys? The second one the Chiefs won against. They beat the Niners.
And
but stand me corrected. He wasn't there for the second one.
Oh, okay.
So it don't even matter. But now he's there with the Dolphins. But only I'm saying is that Eric Bieniemy needs to become a head coach somewhere. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm a good offensive coordinator, like your guy, what was his name? Josh McDaniels. I'll take 6 Super Bowl rings as an offensive coordinator. You ain't got to make me a head coach because it's all in the jewelry. It's all in the jewelry. Precious. Thank you, Mark Petuello. Thank you so much. And this beautiful ring. Thank you so much, Mark Petuello. So I just wanted to say, as far as with the football is concerned, we just looking for spring. Spring's coming up. There's going to be some more trades coming up, and then they're going to go into the summertime into camp. Let's go into baseball, which what you like, which what we love to do is baseball.
Now you're talking my language.
Now, what's your team in baseball?
Oh, I live and die for the Red Sox.
Okay.
I will never let that go. Now, I know the A's are coming here, and that's going to be amazing. The minor league team, the Aviators, best value in sport as far as I'm concerned. You can go up to that beautiful stadium. You can get in there for really, really short money and be from me to you to the players. Minor league baseball is so amazing. But even when the A's are here, I'm still looking forward to my Red Sox coming in and playing because that's who I live for. Unfortunately, they're not looking very good this year. They made almost no moves in the offseason except to be like Chicago and send away a lot of good players. But you know what? Hope springs eternal. I have been a fan since they were really bad. I lived through the pain of 1975 when they almost got it done, and 1986 when they almost got it done, and then the glory of the championships. And so, as a Yankee fan, you know what it's like when your team wins the championship. It is possible, and it is life-changing.
So, Faizon, have you been to that Aviator Stadium? I haven't been yet.
Yes, I've been in and out of it. I even been in it when they turned into an ice skating rink. It's
I went
amazing.
to that thing. That was so cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And one thing I just heard on the news the other day ago, that the Aviator Stadium is the best minor league ballpark
I saw that.
in the nation.
Yeah.
The best minor league. I caught a crack through the door through the pandemic where I told my son, pull over the car. Walked over there, looked through. I said, wow, look at this stadium. It's built top and it's sunken in.
Yeah.
And it has nothing but brands and sponsors everywhere. If you can get a ticket, if you come here and visit Las Vegas, go see the Aviators. I talked to my lovely producer, Anise. We have got to get to an Aviators game and do the most awesome live stream.
This is where you want to be. You want this team out here at your stadium promoting what they do and promoting you, because that's where it's at. 702 Sports.
Thank you so much, Mr. O'Brien. That sounds like I should be on Channel 8. That was a great local
Al.
intro. Thank you.
Big Al.
Yeah.
You know who's my 2 favorite baseball teams?
Who?
One is the LA Dodgers.
Yeah.
Because I'm from LA.
Okay.
And I love the Aviators.
Yeah, Aviator. And you know the Dodgers are a front runner favorite to win it all. Me myself, I think they're winning it all. They got Ohtani on that team.
It's impossible to overlook. They're going to be paying Ohtani $3 million a year for the next 100 years. And the Angels could never get it done. They had Ohtani, who is the Babe Ruth of our generation. They had Mike Trout. If you can't get it done with them, I don't know what you're going to do. So Ohtani going to the Dodgers, everybody else better be living in fear because that is an unbelievable lineup they've got there.
And you ready for this, Father O'Brien? Ohtani is not even going to pitch this year. He's just hitting. Yeah. He's just hitting the ball.
And he's still going to probably win the Silver Slugger.
Wow.
I mean, who do you think is going to win it all? In baseball.
The World Series. Oh, Cubs. Nah. yeah. I think the Cubs.
At least you didn't say the White Sox, man. I appreciate that.
Faizon's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago, but I got to step outside the box because my history of being a Yankee fan. But I'm just going to be real with you guys. The Dodgers are loaded. They picked up pitchers. They picked up 3 pitchers. They have a hitter with Ohtani this year. There's no reason why Dodger Blue should not win it this year. No reason whatsoever. And Rylee has something special to say. Say something, Rylee.
Another question for my hero.
What is your question for your hero?
What is favorite song on my Toby Keith song?
What is your favorite Toby Keith song?
Toby Keith song.
Love is far.
Is he the one that sings Red Solo Cup? I like Red Solo Cup.
Me too.
There you go.
Well, we're going to go ahead and thank you, Father O'Brien.
Thank you,
for
my
coming.
man.
And I look forward to seeing you and coming to your service really soon.
I appreciate you all having me
I
on.
miss you,
and thanks
Mommy.
for being here.
Thank you, Cousin Faizon. Hi, Mom. Thank you, Skyler.
Thanks, Faizon.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Anise. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to 702 Sports. We're going to take a break, but please join us when we come back for the March Madness! Please join us. We're going to have everything broken down. All the brackets broke down. Midwest, Southeast, Northeast, everything. Come see us. We're taking a break until March 20th.
Let's gather.
But please,
Together.
we'll have everything for the madness for you.
Together.
Thank you so much. God bless you and be safe. Goodbye.